Welcome to DreamHack Atlanta. I am here with Rivalry to bring you all of the really cool CSGO stuff. And to start us out, we have one of the CSGO analysts, dusT, here to talk with us. So how are you doing on the first day of DreamHack?
Man, I am not doing as well as you, apparently. You are really happy to be here. No, seriously, though, it's always great to work with DreamHack. They're a great crew. I've always got to work with them a lot over the last couple of years. It's always been a fun experience, so this is no different.
Well, let's dive right into the CSGO, okay? So DreamHack has a lot of teams here that people may not know as much about, and so we had two teams qualify. That was eUnited and I always mess this up, Vitality, the other one that qualified. Okay, so tell us about those two. Let's start with the teams that were not invited.
Sure. So Vitality qualified through Europe. This is like the French hope, right? They have a lot of veterans from that scene, and a lot of people are excited about them just because of the name value the players bring. And they have this young guy named Zywoo, who everyone has been hyped about because he's been putting up really big numbers online. The problem is the team has not even been able to qualify for the closed qualifier for the European minor. They've failed in 3 open qualifiers so far, and they lost to a team I never heard of in the DreamHack Winter Qualifier. So they have not been up to snuff yet, but I guess people are really hoping that maybe now that they're in the LAN environment, maybe something will happen for them. Apparently they were boot camping before the event for several days in Paris, so hopefully that's helped because online they haven't looked that great. And then for eUnited, they're a team that's really unstable right now. They just picked up a new in-game leader in Finesse. I think they picked up Cooper to be their opera, but I don't even think he's playing at this event. I think Relix is still opping for them right now. So I feel like they're in this weird transition phase, so I'm not really sure what to expect from them because, Chicago didn't really go that well, and, in online leagues, they, weren't able to make playoffs in any of the leagues. So, they're really hard to put your thumb on.
And now there's a couple other teams here, one like Fragsters, who didn't the players announce that they're all free agents now and everything? Do you think that's going to affect their playing dynamic at all to have that kind of drama or complication hanging over them?
Well, I think if they want their best chance to be successful so they can look their best to try to, sell themselves off later, I think that playing the same way they've been playing, following the structure of their in-game leader, I don't think they should go too crazy. I think that they already give Stound a lot of freedom to be that guy to go out and be wild, so he's still going to do that. Refresh has always been more of like a passive rifler, so I think he'll continue to do that. I think those are the two players that people are most excited to see where they end up because they've been the two best players for the team. But I think all of them, they're young, they have value. There's definitely some teams in need right now. Like Optic is probably like, please give us anyone. So I think that they definitely could, find themselves on top teams if they, continue to perform well and are, this depends on the timing. I think it's going to be the big thing.
And now because some of these teams aren't necessarily some of the, the top 5 that we're used to seeing, who's our up-and-coming player or the player to watch for this tournament?
Wardell on dusT, by far, definitely, probably the best player at this tournament. Been a monster with the AWP. I think dusT in general has been a fantastic story. They actually are one of the top teams in the NA region right now. They have made the EPL playoffs. They came second in that league, actually. They've qualified for some different LAN events over some of the other professional teams on a pretty regular basis. So this is a great redemption story for Steel, who obviously was banned, and now he's back, and he's looked really, really good. He's leading this team very well. I'm happy to see him at competitions like this again. And, yeah, I think that this is a team to keep an eye on in the NA region. I think that, they're always going to have kind of that shadow looming over them that they can't play with their full lineup at a major, but they can still do so much more outside of the major, and I think that they're already doing a really good job. So that's kind of the team that I want to keep my eye on.
And so if you had to choose between dusT or Vitality playing, at their best from what people expect from them, who would you say is the event favorite?
Honestly?
Or is it another team? Sorry, I shouldn't have taken that away.
I think that a lot of people still have hope in Complexity because of the major run that they had. Obviously didn't do so well after that. They did okay at Summit, but still not at the same level we saw at the major. So I think people might still have their eye on Complexity. I think dusT might be the favorite. It's really hard to know because I feel like they haven't done that well on LAN, I should say. They've had a couple of maps upsets against some big teams like NIP and Navi. They've gotten maps off of them, but they haven't really had a true deep run at a big LAN event yet. So I'm kind of just waiting and holding back on that until I kind of see how they do on a regular basis offline. But, yeah, I think dusT and Complexity are up there, and then maybe an outside chance for Vitality if everything goes right, because so far it has not. So hopefully that's going to change for them.
All right, well, thank you for stopping and talking with me. Sure. So keep your eyes on dusT and Complexity, and we'll see how they do, and enjoy the rest of the event.